So this is the day I'm about to head down south to muffler place. We're gonna do a muffler delete. Like I mentioned before, so this is my 23 Jeep Compass Trailhawk. It's actually Trailhawk Elite, right? But let me show you again. So it has a very weird, basically, hold on. Yes, so single pipe, and it's, as you can see, it's squashed or flattened like that. So single pipe from the engine, I believe it's 2.5 inch, and it comes into this massive muffler in the very back, and the two outlets are connected right to the muffler. So I don't understand why this 2-liter turbo engine needs such a huge muffler, but the guy is cold now, so let's do a cold start. Now we compare after the operation is done. Interesting is that, look at that, how much smoke is coming out of that pipe and how little is coming out of this one. I believe it's because, actually I don't know why, but I don't think it's supposed to be like that. So now it's actually loud because the car is cold. But it does like zzz, you see, like there's no bass. It's like a typical factory exhaust. Super quiet but comfortable, but we're gonna change that. We're sorry. The bad news is the escalator is not working. The good news is that the elevators and stairs are closer than you think. Anyway, it's Chinook Mall. I'm just trying to kill some time because I dropped off my car for straight piping, and there's nowhere to go. There's a huge mall across the street, but it's all closed until 10. You know, I tried all the doors, like it felt like a bomb, you know, like that's the mall. And the muffler place is right on the other side of those white buildings, and they wanted me to drop off the car at 8, so I did that. And then what do you do after? This is south side of, oh, check this out, of the center. I know this machine. I had a video once about this. I was joking that machine they use in Quebec to kill mosquitoes, that's a railroad loader. Let's see, yeah, all this is closed, but I did find a breakfast place. Actually, there's a Jerusalem shawarma here, but it opens at 11. But over here, yeah, it's hard to see, but let's go with the Ricky's Bar and Grill. But this area is pretty bad. Like, there's lots of homeless people here. I crossed over there, there's a bridge, it's hard to see, and there's like people sleeping there, you know. And even when I was at the restaurant, a couple of them came in to use the washroom, you know. Like, you can see the guy is homeless, like he's dirty, and he thanks the server. Thank you.
And of course you don't know what he was doing there. Was he shooting up, or was he just using the facilities? But this is pretty cool. That over there, far in the distance, it's about 6 clicks, 4 miles actually. It's not that far. That's downtown, so that's north. This is south. But a pretty cool structure. You see cameras. But I wonder what happens when I cross, because I saw people walking here, because I know the mall is closed, but then I saw people using this overpass. There's lots of cars in the parking lot, but you cannot enter, you know. Oh wow, I see already it's open. I see the lady open the door. What's the time now? The time now is 9 o'clock. No, because yeah, it's this muffler place. You know, I don't trust regular places, so I want my car to be fixed at a performance exhaust place. And this is the best one I found. And we are 30 clicks, 22 miles away from my home. And the guy says, in the afternoon, your car will be ready in the afternoon, you know. And it's 9 o'clock now. So what do? Take Uber and pay for 30 kilometers one way and then 30 kilometers back. Doesn't make much sense. So I went and had breakfast, so I killed 1 hour. I said, okay, so now finally it's open. At least the food court is open. But I've never been here. It's supposed to be a huge place. Yeah. See, that's what's open. Huge food court. At least you can sit down and use a computer. Wow, this is awesome. Huh? Well, I see all escalators are working. Beautiful. And actually, I see people already buying food. So the guy who told me that the mall opens at 10 was full of, you know what? You see all places already. People are getting food. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna go grab another coffee and play with my computer, and then later when the mall opens, I'm gonna go and do some photography, you know, like street photography inside the mall. Well, I just get out of there. My car is still on the hoist, but it's almost done. So the exhaust looks beautiful. They used a very nice transition between a single pipe and dual pipe. So it's gonna look very nice. So the guy's out. Let's check it out over here. It looks gorgeous. You know, it was a bit more money than what I expected, but they did a Y pipe. Check this out. And they straightened, you know, that squashed pipe over there. They straightened that. Of course it became lower, but this is gorgeous, you know. This is very nice. I like it. Let's hear how it sounds. Definitely became louder, but I have the spin tech coming, so if this thing gives me too much, you know, like drone or something, we're gonna put the spin tech in. I already told Al, the owner, that the spin tech is coming, so let's see how it sounds
while driving. What? Why are you beeping? By the way, one cool thing I learned, that it's best to disable the hands-free liftgate. Because when it's on the hoist, you know what can happen is that it's on the hoist and the tailgate can open, you know.
Head east on 58th Avenue Southwest toward 3rd Street Southwest.
Now let's keep the windows open.
In 400 meters, turn right onto Center Street Southwest.
But not too bad. Okay, where are we going here? And also, I think what I noticed.
Turn right onto Center Street Southwest.
What I noticed is that the, as they call it in Russian,
Continue on Center Street Southwest for 800 meters.
преемственность, you know, like the acceleration. I think it became faster. I kid you not, you know, because I was researching this. Like normally, I don't like doing this because I know that mufflers with certain engines, like regular engines, like V8, they actually increase horsepower. Because I remember reading about these, you know, Baja Desert Race. And these guys, they tried everything on a pickup truck, you know, like it's a desert style, you know, off-road pickup truck, right? And they tried everything, mufflers, no mufflers, just to pick up a couple of seconds, you know, to be faster. And what they discovered is that when they took off mufflers, they actually lost power, you know. And so that's when I became a big believer in mufflers. But yeah, the car definitely moves much easier, you know. So there was a lot of restriction in there. Oh,
in 300 meters, turn left onto the Glenmore Trail ramp.
But they said that for turbo engines it's different. Turbo engines, like,
turn left onto the Glenmore Trail ramp, then merge onto Glenmore Trail.
Okay, where are we turning over here? So turbo engines like maximum output of air. And I think if it picks up speed faster, it should improve my gas economy. What do you guys think? It became really, like, you know, throatier.
Continue on Alberta 8 East for 1.5 kilometers.
But the price was a bit high, you know. The price for the price they charged me. I could have bought two Spintech mufflers and pay somebody to install them, as long as they don't have to do modifications. But this guy said, he called me when I was at that mall infested with
his people. He called me, he
In
says,
600 meters, use the second from the right lane to take the Alberta 2 North exit.
he says, I forgot what we talked about. He says, you want a dual exhaust, kind of like what you had on the, you know, factory, single pipe in, dual outlets, or you want single pipe?
Use the second from the right lane to take the Alberta 2 North exit, then keep left at the fork.
You know, and of course I said I want dual
Keep left at the fork.
because it looks better, right? Doesn't necessarily give you any better, you know, performance, but like the car came from the factory like that, so I want to keep the style of the exhaust the
Keep
same.
right at the fork.
But I like how what they did, like it's very clean looking, and they gave me that Y pipe.
Continue on Alberta 2 North for 12 kilometers.
So now let's wait till we hit, you know, here it's only 100 kilometers an hour. The speed limit and cops are lurking in the bushes. But a few kilometers north, the limit increases to 110. And usually they don't bother you if you do 120. Like if you do 120 here, they will give you trouble. But yeah, just like this guy Al, the owner, he was right. Like he says, turbo engine, you're not gonna make it very loud. It will never be loud because, you know, by definition, right, all the exhaust goes into the turbo. And that's what makes it quieter. But I'm surprised, like I really feel better performance, you know, because the engine now, and I don't see any flashing lights, you know. Like I remember on when I did a similar mod on the Challenger, when I had the Challenger 392 Charger, I installed the X pipe, and everybody said that if you do that on a V8, it might throw that, you know, check engine light, CEL, check engine light, and it did. So I had to buy a tuner and unlock the PCM to get rid of that check engine light, because, you know, when you put the X pipe, it considerably affects the oxygen, you know, the CO levels, and so your oxygen sensors think that something is off, and that throws that check engine light. And remember, it was a mess. It was a mess. But usually when you do stuff like this, when you modify the exhaust in the back, like what I did today, usually does not affect the sensors, right? Because the sensors are in the front. But when you do the X pipe, you modify the exhaust before the sensors, and that's what causes trouble, you know. So this is it's a very safe mod, and so far I'm liking it very much. Except now I'm not sure why I spent, what was it, 130 US plus shipping. I think it's like over $200 US I spent on that Spintech muffler. But now I'm not sure I want to install it, because if this guy charged me $500 for this, then I'm just curious how much he would charge me to install a muffler, you know?
Use the right lane to take exit 271, then keep right at the fork. Keep right at the fork. Continue on Alberta 201 East for 2 kilometers.
So yeah, taking the exit from Highway 2 onto 201 bypass on the northern side.
In 800 meters, take exit 64 towards 60th Street Northeast.
guide from is doing 97 clicks
Take
an hour.
exit 64. In 600 meters, continue on to 60th Street Northeast.
All kinds of heavy machinery in my left.
Head west on Redstone Drive Northeast.
Wow. Yeah, this is definitely better. Very happy with this mod. Thanks for watching. Man, this is awesome.